So anyway, man, final count, man. I'm taking a poop, man, and he's telling me, "Man, you sure are a pretty high yellow man." I'm like, "What?" So I hand him my paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I hand him my paperwork, man. And wash my hands. I'm like, "Man, what the fuck does that mean, man?" He said, "Man, you're just a pretty high yellow man. You're the closest thing to a woman I'm ever gonna see, man, because I got double life." I'm like, "Man, you tripping, man. I ain't gay, homie." He said, "Man, check this out, man. I'm about to go up in your butthole, homie, because you got it all ready." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I had to take your shit. I ain't getting shit ready, homie. I ain't no homosexual, man." He said, "Man, you don't understand, man. I ain't never getting out, man. You a pretty motherfucker. I'm going up in your butthole." I'm like, "Man, check this out, homie."
Alrighty then. Thank you for the introduction, OG Silverback. Also, thank you for letting me use the clip. So shout out to him. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why are you doing this at 8 o'clock at night? Well, it is because I got a long day tomorrow. Tomorrow is just a rest day. The election is Tuesday. I will be coming on Tuesday night. Again, I will be coming on Tuesday night at 6:05 Eastern Time, doing election stuff from 6 o'clock till 5 o'clock. I'm going to give myself two breaks. Okay, I'm going to take a break at 8 o'clock. I'm going to take a break at 10:40. I'm sorry, 10:30. I'm going to take a break at 7:30. Now, 7:45. All right, so here's the thing. I wrote it down. All right, 7:45 till 8 o'clock, first break. Then 10 o'clock till 10:15, unless something major is happening. So that'll be me Tuesday night. Now, so I will be missing 60 frames no lag. So this is kind of my semi 60 frames no lag deal. So also, I've rearranged the top chat again. If one person donates like $3 or $4, we'll hit the goal, and that is the goal, just to see if I fixed it this time. If anybody wants to help test that, they're more than welcome to, and we'll go from there. If not, that's fine too. So we'll get it next time. So, but what are we here? Shout out to the people that are here now. Shout out to why we're here, which is we're just gonna talk some pro talk. Also, Sony did announce some things with Spider-Man 2, and so we're going to play that video here shortly. And pretty much just here to kind of do an AMA and talk about the power of 33TFLOPS. Is for some reason these guys in the Xbox community are just, they're just getting their butt cheeks clapped over these teraflops. So if you don't know, the specs of the PS5 or PS5 Pro are out, and it is 16.7 T-flops, which is roughly. Well, remember what Lou Wafa told me, and I told you guys it was 16.6. So what had happened was, so a quick explanation on that, the original PlayStation was supposed to be around 16 T-flops. They couldn't get it to cool off, so they went with a different solution. However, they kept the solution they had. They kept what they had, and they just built upon what the PS5 is. We found out that the PS5 and the PS5 Pro is not considered by Sony next generation. It is part of the generation that is PlayStation 5. It's like they didn't consider PS4 Pro the next generation. They just considered it an extension of the other generations. I think the PS4 was 3 years, 4 years, something like that. So this is the same way, except they're expecting this to go till 2028. So, and that'll be 8 years. Then in the eighth year, you'll probably start hearing about PS6. Now, this is full confession for me. This PlayStation is my last console. unless Nintendo Switch 2 totally blows me away, which is possible. So the first console I ever played on was an Atari. The second console I ever played on was the Nintendo Cube, or whatever you want to call it, Nintendo system, the good old 4-bit, whatever you want to call it. Had Mario, had the duck hunt with the little gun, all that kind of stuff. The third console I played on after that was the Sega Genesis. I think overseas, if you're overseas, they called it the Master System. I think that's what they called it overseas. So, and then that was it. I didn't play. Then I went to PC and played for like 6 years, and then I played on what was next? Oh, I got a PS1. I played on PS1 for years. Then I ended up getting a PS2. Then traded in my PS2 and 10 games. Still remember that Sunday afternoon. I went out to GameStop or EB Games, traded in my PS2 with the 10 games, had a $310 in-store credit, and I got an Xbox, and I got Knights of the Old Republic. That was it. I was hooked. I was hooked. I started playing Knights of the Old Republic. I remember at 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time. I didn't stop playing till 11 o'clock. I couldn't believe what I was playing. I was that enthralled by it. So good times, good times. So, yeah. Am I pro ready? Yeah, I'm as ready as I can get, I believe. I've got a video saved on how to unhook your PS5. If you bought, let me make this clear. If you bought the disc version, I've got a video of that. I've got that ready to go. Looks pretty straightforward. Yeah, I think I got everything I got. I got my Astrobot controller. I haven't opened that yet. So, yeah, shout out to Sony for the Astrobot controller. The first game I've shown you all. The first game I am going to play is I'm going to start playing. And I thought I could get Burning Shores finished, but I'm on this mission in Burning Shores. They went to the stars or reach for the stars. So I don't know how much longer I have left, but man, I'm doing all these side missions trying to get better armor, and it's helping. It is definitely helping. Definitely helping. But and I moved everything to the cloud. I certainly hope I did that right. I saved everything to the cloud, and once I get my Pro in, which I am assuming it's going to be here either Wednesday afternoon or Thursday. I'm thinking it's going to ship not unless it ships tomorrow, but I'm thinking it's going to ship on Wednesday and be here Thursday. Now I don't know what time Thursday. I was kind of talking about this the other day. I don't know what time Thursday. It may not get here till 6 o'clock in the evening. It may get here 8 o'clock in the morning. You dig? So, but when it comes in, I'll pop on. I'll do a quick pop up podcast. So, Jackknife, will I be buying PS6? No. At this point, once I saw the video coming out, once I was told what the PS5 Pro would be able to do, and let me make this clear: everything that you guys are seeing, I already knew this. Like, I was told this months in advance. Like, I think I was told this in May. So, I was told this in May that they were just working on a solution to help upscale things. I said, oh, like FSR? And they said, yes, except it's going to be more advanced than that. I'm like, oh, like deep learning super sampling? This guy said, yes, but it's going to be their own solution, because what Sony does is they take what's available and they just make their own solution. Now, PSSR is proprietary technology that Sony can give. I can't say give. Sony can let anybody use that, including Microsoft. That's one of the things I was going to talk to you all about. If you don't know this, let me depart this knowledge into you. PSSR is their proprietary technology. They can license this technology out to whoever they want, including Microsoft, if Microsoft were to build another console. So, which as of right now, Microsoft doesn't have another console planned. They don't have another console planned. This doesn't mean they can't announce something. AMD will usually be at CES. So CES is, I've said this already, CES is in January. It's like in 10 weeks, give or take. And so maybe AMD announces something at CES with Microsoft. I mean, they could, because they're still partners with Microsoft. But Microsoft looks to be downplaying, I'll say. They look to be downplaying their consoles. So what happened to Lou Waffle? Nothing's happened to him. So he's the one that's told me that Microsoft has nothing in the oven, so to speak. Doesn't mean that they can't put something in the oven. But ultimately, it's up to Microsoft to pull the trigger, and they have not done that yet. So just so you know, doesn't mean that they can't. This means they haven't done it yet. But with PS5 Pro, the upscaling, us getting 60 frames and us getting the fidelity, I knew we were going to get higher fidelity. But what I thought, this is just a confession because this thing's coming out. I thought what they would be able to do was take games that were, say, 1440p, but that were dynamic resolution, and that they would just get them to be 4K, and then but give you 60 frames per second and some better ray tracing. But this has exceeded what I saw when Mark Cerny, when they made this announcement at their State of Play, I think it was, and what Mark Cerny was showing, that totally floored me. I'm like, okay, there's just no way what I'm seeing is happening. And the fact that Sony was able to do this is amazing on its own. And let me turn on my camera so you all can get a glimpse of what's happening here. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. I put my camera right there. Show you my paperwork right there. Got my paperwork right there. So I've known that they were going to be able to do this, but I didn't think they would be able to do it to this extent. And for me personally, we're at a point of diminishing returns. So for me, this is my last console. This doesn't mean I'm going to be sitting up here like these idiots online saying, well, don't buy this and don't buy that. It's just for me. I'm getting 4K fidelity. PSSR is going to get better because it's machine learning, so it will get better over time, just like AI does. You know, what AI is doing today, it wasn't doing just three or 4 weeks ago. I mean, maybe, I didn't know that. That's how fast it's adapting. And yeah, I like playing my games on PC. So, but my PC I might get another CPU and another GPU. But if I do, it'll be either it's going to be the 7800 XT or it will be like the 3080 or something like that. Then I'll have to get a new CPU with that as well. So the CPU I'm looking at 3700X. I think I'm looking at that, or 5800X. One of those, right? So for me, we're at diminishing returns. But that's my opinion. I'm not here to say what you should do or shouldn't do with your money. So for me, it's a diminishing return. But moving on, so what happened this weekend is that, and I'm in Discord. If you all want to jump on the Discord, I'm in the 60 frames no lag Discord. So I'm in the what's it called here? Want to make sure it's called Sleep Station. Yeah, it's called Sleep Station. So if anybody wants to jump into that Discord, let me know. We can let me know. It's kind of a general place that Porter Rock set up that everybody can use. So that's where I'm at tonight. So if you've already been on 60 frames no lag, you've already pre-qualified for this. So if you want to hop on, it's called it's Porter Rock 77's Discord, and under it is 60. It's a Sleep Station. So if anybody wants to hop on there, I'm keeping an eye on that in case somebody wants to come up and chat. Because this is it. This is the last week of your PlayStation Pro is coming out this week. Sunday is the first day of the week. So PS5 is coming out. And PS5 Pro, I'm sorry. You have no idea how Discord works. It's okay. But you've got you've got a guy online, and I'm not 100% sure. I think he's Portuguese, but he has been posting online all these games. Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us Part 2, and he's posting like half-hour clips. I haven't seen Gran Turismo yet. I've seen The Last of Us 1 and 2. I've seen, I think he did Spider-Man, maybe the original Spider-Man, which is another game I'll be going back and playing. Here's the first game I think I'm going to fire up is this game, the Horizon Zero Dawn. So, the PS5 version. So, play that and go from there. And if you don't know, because I had to look this up for myself with Spider-Man, and let me see if I can put this on the screen, maybe. Oh, that's the video. So if I can put this on the screen. But all right, I memorized it, I believe, because I was confused about the modes that Spider-Man had. So apparently they have 3 modes. It's gonna be default when you start playing Spider-Man 2. Its default mode is performance, and the performance mode is 60 frames per second, and you get the best ray tracing, and you get extremely close to 4K fidelity. Somebody's had a picture of it online. You had the 4K native mode next to the 4K, next to the PSSR mode, and it looks so good. I'm like, oh my goodness, you can actually see it. I'm an old man and I can see it, right? Stevie Wonder could see it more than likely, but shout out to Stevie Wonder. And so that for me, kind of like, I'm like, wow, they're getting this early, this type of fidelity this early, and then the guy that's online showing it, and there's other people doing it too. I'm looking at that gameplay and I'm like, it just looks so smooth. So ultra smooth. And I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious. But that's one mode. Then they have a 4K native mode that's 30 frames per second, but it's targeting the highest of high in the ray tracing, like whatever level 3 is of ray tracing, whatever you want to call it, they have it in that version. Then there's a third version that's targeting like 40 frames per second. It is the I think it's the high frame rate mode, and in order to get that mode, or it's HFW mode, something like that, you need a display, whether it's a monitor or a television set that does VRR. So then you get, you're going to get the fidelity. So the 4K 30 version, that's what it is. They put more NPCs out there. So you're going to get a more denser game, but you're maxed out like at all levels, So it was something like that. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. Also, they've introduced the 4K. What's up, Taryn? They introduced the 4K. I'm sorry, the PS4 mode now on your PlayStation 5. It's a toggle switch, and apparently that dog shit game called Bloodborne looks better. I don't know how it runs, because the one guy I'm following, the game he was about to do was called Red Dead Redemption. So apparently, I don't know what that's on. But I just know the game. My understanding of the boost mode is games that were dynamic resolution, or DSR, dynamic resolution screens. Those games will get a boost in graphic and fidelity. So I don't, again, unless now you can look up, I left a list on there on games that have dynamic, like unlocked frame rate. If it has unlocked frame rate, you very well may get higher frame rates on these games, maybe. So, but you have to keep an eye out on that. I mean, Sony's not talking about that a heck of a whole lot, so I don't expect a ton from that. And the only PS4 game I play at this point, I've started replaying Ghost Recon Wildlands, and then I've also I also play. Of course, I play Mass Effect on PS5, so that is a PS4 game. So let's see if we get something from Mass Effect. I don't know. We got N7 Day coming up Thursday. I believe the 7th is Thursday. My math is right. My math ain't mathing incorrectly. So, and again, I've got a goal up there. If you want to know what that bullseye circle is, so if one of you good people want to hit that, and if we hit it, I will host a members only stream this week because I'm off the whole week. So, so just so you know, and so yeah, we'll keep it like that. So, but just so you know, but so that is for Spider-Man. So I'm going to put this on the main screen here. I'm on this screen. There we go. So, but a lot of these games coming out next year, if you don't know, a lot of these games that are coming out next year, are going to be pro enhanced. Now, what they do, how they do it, there's 3 modes. They may do the spectrum resolution. They may just do frame rate stuff. They may not do either one of those two. Or they can just do ray tracing. Yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, it does sound like the devs are really happy with what PSSR can do. So that's what it sounds like. So, but yeah, let me go ahead and play this. Let me just desktop audio. Let me put this Spider-Man thing on the screen. So let me go here. I gotta make that small. And bring this on up. This is going to come directly from PlayStation. So here we go. Whoops. There we go. Now I got to grab it. Grab it again. My grabbing is not grabbing. There we go. So all right, let me mute my mic and bring this up.
I think what's been great about this generation of consoles is that players get to choose how they want to play the game. The challenge is, are we delivering the promise of this character, of this franchise, playing either in fidelity mode or performance mode?
In order for us to accomplish that, we want to put as much detail as we can into the characters and the environments. But one of the things that you will experience in real life is that the world is incredibly reflective. There's glass buildings that are reflecting. Spider-Man's goggles, his lenses, are reflecting the world around him. And we've always had to make compromises when we switch to a performance mode. The fidelity of it drops a little bit just so that we can get that extra performance.
And so your final product ends up being kind of that compromise between the creative vision and the technical limitations that we have. The team works really, really hard to make sure no matter your personal preference, that feeling of what you want to be as Spider-Man will continue to be felt.
The PS5 Pro fits in nicely where it allows for higher fidelity. The ray tracing is now 2 to 3 times as fast. Have an actual custom silicone AI upscaler that performs the upscaling, the anti-aliasing, frees up a lot of the GPU to render pure graphics, but also improves the visuals and the jump in quality, fidelity. The extra detail in the distance is just unbelievable.
Players can swing through the city at 60 frames per second, get that nice, smooth controls that they want, but at the same time have the fidelity of the world and the characters from fidelity mode. When players play Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5 Pro, they are playing the quintessential version of the Spider-Man experience on the PlayStation 5.
PlayStation.
Alrighty, so that was directly from PlayStation. That just came out a few hours ago, and so they're just putting out, and again, what I like is just me, and feel free to disagree. It's okay. And what I like about this is that they are touting, they're tooting their own horn. They're showing you their first party games, and and they're adding more games. So from the Final Fantasy series, which I get, the two games that I think everybody's waiting to hear something on is Cyberpunk and Final Fantasy 16. So we'll see if something gets announced this week. I highly doubt it with Cyberpunk because CD Projekt Red is much closer to Microsoft, and they more than likely want parity with that game. So I don't see them doing anything with it. I'll put it like this: I'll be surprised if they do, and I'll be like, all right, I'm pleasantly surprised that they did this. So. Tarian says that can you imagine GT6 is 30 FPS on base and 60 on? It's going to be 60 on the Pro. It's going to be 60 on the Pro. Corey might say there's 90 games enhanced. Okay, so that keeps going up because on Thursday we were at what 84. So yeah, it's going to be 60 frames per second. So I can't speak for nothing else. I think my personal opinion is that it'll be 30 FPS on the Series S. And they will get it to 60 frames per second on the Series X. Rockstar is arguably the best, they're arguably the best third-party developer in the world. Arguably. I mean, shout out to Remedy, shout out to Square Enix, shout out to Capcom. I'm not taking nothing away. But as far as, Rockstar, and to me, the reason why I'm telling you all this, and shout out to Hip Hop Gamer because he said it, and that man's been spot on as well. It's because Rockstar was one of Sony's partners that helped design the PS5. So if you don't believe that they weren't sitting at the table when PS5 Pro was being designed, you got another thing coming. They were there. So, but that's what I think you're going to see. I do think they'll get 60 on the mid-gen refreshes, and but that's my opinion. I'm not a developer. I want to give a big shout out and congratulations to Emrys17. He is graduating from developer school, like gaming school, I think, in a couple of weeks. And he's definitely been invited to come on and talk about his experience. And he said he actually understands the way games are now created. And I think that deserves a big old applause. He was instrumental. He's gonna hate me for saying this. The reason why I got my PS5, my fat PS5, my original PS5, is because he bought two of them and he sold one to me, and he let me make payments because I was like, all right, when I wasn't able to get my hands on one, I spent my money elsewhere, and then at that point, I was broke. I didn't have any money, but he was a good dude, and I paid him through. I paid him off, and we're cool. He hates me bringing that up. He did a good thing, and that's why I've said before. We have a good community, and we just have to keep the riffraff at bay, because they have an absolute right to speak. I mean, like that one guy was the other day, and he admitted he paid $3,500 for his PC. I'm like, okay, but man, that's not a flex. So, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. So, yeah, Corey Massey's right. So one of Sony's goals is to turn PSSR into a competitor to DLSS that Sony can proprietary have, and then therefore Sony will license it out. So this is very similar to what Apple does and Microsoft. They license out their property. You pay for a license. This is what they do with Havoc. The Havoc engine, Microsoft bought Havoc, and anybody can use it. You just have to sign the licensing. Epic Games with Unreal Engine, anybody can use Unreal Engine. You do have to pay for the licensing. So it is, and then that gets you the support and everything that you need. So, but shout out to the new members, by the way. I want to give a big shout out to the new members. Shout out to you guys. So I normally don't do this at night. I'm normally it's going to be 6:30. Time went back. I didn't know that until this morning. So from now on, it's 6:30 Eastern time. It's dark. You know, literally, I'm gonna get off work, maybe have an hour of sunlight to do what I want to do. So, but where was I? I kind of got myself lost in emotion. Oh, okay. So what I like about what Sony's doing is that I like the fact that they're tooting their own horn with their own games. Yes, I think Grand Theft Auto 6 will be 60 frames per second on the Pro, and at that point in time, whether it is on the Xbox or not, I don't have an Xbox, so I no longer speak about the Xbox because I don't have it. I had it for 6 months. It's a good system. I'm not going to talk down on it. It's just not. It doesn't give me what I wanted, and so I got rid of it. It was just no reason for me to have it. So, you don't think that Sony will license it out, Corey? They may use it for movies, but I doubt we see PS and all the other. Oh no, that's fine too. But that's just my understanding is that it's a proprietary to them, so they can license it out to anybody. It's like they did with the Decima engine with Kojima. So Kojima used the Decima engine to make Death Stranding, and any improvements Kojima made to that engine, Sony keeps it. Kojima can't do anything with that because Sony's like, no, you're using our technology. Again, he's instrumental in using it. Everybody knows that. So, but any the version of Decima that you're using in Death Stranding is not the version of Decima that you're using in Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. This engine is the same, but they act totally different because Kojima's engine is built a little differently. It's a little more intuitive. So, El Nini said the GTA 6 best place to play will be Pro. Yeah, I don't disagree. When it first comes out, I think it'll both. I want to make this clear. I think it'll be 60 on Series X and PlayStation 5 Pro. But I think Pro will have better graphics and better ray tracing than the Series X. It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be this big. I don't know if it's going to be a huge difference because Rockstar may have to parity. You got to understand these people. They have parity clauses. So, and Microsoft can always say we want a parity clause on this. So, and guess what? Rockstar would have to do it. So, but that doesn't mean they won't have a pro patch later on. I mean, they could say, well, it's going to be parity for 6 months, and then we're going to give a pro enhancement patch after 6 months. I mean, it can do something like that. So it's about hardware. It's not about software. It's easier to license software. Well, yeah, that's cool. Capone's the last console for me. When I looked at it, when I saw what it could do, and what I was told what it could do, I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can tell me that the car goes 100 miles an hour, but I got to see it. And when they did that, what they did, it was like, oh my goodness gracious, they have the same fidelity at 4K, but we got it where the game is running 60 frames per second. So it's like Spider-Man that you saw. You know, they were like, oh, you can play it at 30 at the highest fidelity, you know, which is 4K native. And I still believe Spider-Man is going to get 8K support. That's just, I got a weird suspension. Also, if you don't know, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, that's also got a pro patch coming in. So, and they announced that. It's like they announced that yesterday. Maybe that's what I was thinking about. I thought that was Spider-Man. Dynamic 4K 60 and your content. Well, yeah, but dynamic resolutions are going to look better because they're going to maintain a higher graphic fidelity. So, which is fine. That for me is what I wanted, and I'm getting it out of a console, and it's been paid. And you know, like I said, you know, I kind of celebrated tonight going to Five Guys, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. But I've always said to people, this because that's my last stop at the you know, I can put my tent up at the beach and put my feet up, you know. But if you all want to continue on, please, you know, more power to you. But this is my last console, so. And I've got a stack of games. I got everything from, I saw people the other day saying they're going to be playing Forspoken. I've heard that the Resident Evil 4 patch is effing phenomenal. I mean, that's what I've heard. So, and you know, I don't know what the Resident Evil 8 patch is like, but I'm sure it's very well done as well. You think it's sad I won't be buying a PS6? Dude, we're talking about 8 to 10 years down the road. So, or at least 5 more years. So, yeah, I doubt it. I doubt I'll be getting. I mean, for me. But that's just it. Oh, you ate Panda Express? Yeah, I do. I like the coconut shrimp. Is that what it's called? Give me that. Yeah, that coconut shrimp and then the rice. Yeah, I like that. I like it. So there's one right down the street from me that I walk to. I go there at least twice a month. So yeah, but it's not the Chinese girl that works there is like, this is not really good Chinese food. Like in China, they wouldn't eat this. So, but it's like American Chinese. So, yeah, you had Panda Express a few hours ago. Everybody's eating the panda on Sunday. House of the Dead 96 or House of the Dead 2. House of the Dead 2, the arcade. Yeah, it's not close. Yeah, House of the Dead Part 2. Yeah, that was actually really fun. I would still play that today. If you put a coin operated machine in front of me, I would jump on that right now. So you had it for a couple of nights. Yeah. Like I said, I used to get the entree there, but now I just get the bowl. Yeah, you give me that rice, and then you give me the rice, and then you give me the that coconut shrimp, and I'm good. COD getting a patch. Don't know. That hasn't been announced yet. That hasn't been announced, and that's a third-party game. So Microsoft owns that game, and that's up to Microsoft to do it. So we'll see. To me, do you think it needs one? Because it actually looks and runs really well on the PlayStation 5. I mean, it does. At least what I've seen. Now, I played it on PC. I'm playing that game on PC Game Pass. So, but I'm not. It's fun. I mean, I like the characters more. You have a developer, kind of a tree. You can talk to people and ask them questions. That's actually different. I'm actually enjoying that actually. But yeah, I've done the first 2 missions and putting the safe house together and all that stuff. So, will I still game after PS5 Pro? Yeah. I just won't be. I just won't be getting another console. But the PS5 Pro is my last console. So that's just. So for me, for me, like I said, we're at diminishing returns. This literally is Moore's law. So for a console, I mean, I just don't know what else they can do. I mean, PS6 is going to. We already have 8K support this generation. PS6 will be 8K geared. I can tell you that much. You all better get that. Daytona USA 98. Yeah, the 98 version of that was actually really fun. Why is Matt? Are you talking about Matt's gaming? Is that who you're talking about? Kind of elaborate. He is saying PS5 Pro is still RDNA 2. Is RDNA 3 or what? It's RDNA 3. It's already been confirmed. That's already been confirmed. So, so why is he saying it's RDNA 2? Unless he misspoke, and this is why we gave him the nickname Jack Reacher. Okay, that's why. And it pretty much is these Xbox guys, if you want to call them that. They started lying a few days ago. I mean, it's like all of a sudden they just woke up and started lying again. They hadn't said anything, and then all of a sudden, bam! Oh, it's only 16.7 teraflops. It's like, well, based on RDNA 3 architecture, that's a dual chamber, and based on that, it's 32 point blah blah blah, 32.4, 33.4, whatever. So, and that is driving them nuts. I mean, there were people, I was watching Next Gen 720 show today. There were people in his chat saying that it's still RDNA 1. It's a 5700. I'm like, that's RDNA 1. What part of this are they not understanding? But again, like the Native American woman, like Erdnot Rex said in Mass Effect, your ignorance does not offend me. It doesn't. Your ignorance is a reflection of your own inability to read and accept facts that has led to your ignorance. So he said it in a lot. Oh, okay. Well, if he's then he's just simply not telling the truth. That's all. Yeah, it's already been confirmed by multiple sources, independent sources, and Sony. It is RDNA 3. It's actually a very high version of RDNA 3. It's like RDNA 3.6 or 3.7, and it's going to have RDNA 4 properties in it. Matter of fact, I may have this story to show you all. Let me just kind of show you here. I think I got it from WCCF Tech. And I left the link in the description if you all want to read about it. Let's see here. Oh, maybe I can't find it now. Like, these stories change on here so friggin' fast. Gaming. Listen to gaming. Hold on. Maybe I can type it in a different way. WCCF Tech RDNA 4. Let's just see what pops up. All right, here it is. So I have a link to this directly in the description, but this is from WCCF Tech. Let me make sure I get all these ads out of the way. And booyah. So, and let me come over here. Let me make that small. Let me grab the media, the screen capture. And all right, so you can see right here, this is coming from WCCF Tech. And this was October 30th. So this is just 4 or 5 days ago. AMD confirms next gen RDNA 4 GPUs launching in early 2025 with significantly higher ray tracing performance and new AI capabilities. Well, this is what your PS5 Pro is already doing. So again, this is right there for you. This is why I put the link in the description. You all can read it yourself and go from there. Matt's Gaming, the reason I stopped following him was, well, multiple reasons, but you're seeing one of the reasons I stopped following him is that he's deliberately misinforming his audience because he and other people, now we're going to get into my opinion, he and other people do not want to admit that the PS5 Pro is it's not just better than the Xbox Series X. It is significantly better than it. And I'll see if I can play the Digital Foundry video that multiple people have put out, and they've put out so that you all can listen to it yourself. It's like 2 minutes long, so and you can hear they literally say it's night and day, but this WCCF Tech article is about the new AI capabilities, which we know that's what PlayStation 5 has. I'm sorry, PlayStation 5 Pro already has that. We know that it has higher ray tracing performance. We know that already. That's been confirmed. All right, that's been confirmed. So we don't have to go into lots of detail. We don't have to, you all can read the articles, or if you don't want to read, and you want to just listen to people like NX Gamer, Moore's Law is Dead, Digital Foundry. Again, those guys have put stuff out for you to consume as well. So this depends on where you're getting your information. It's unfortunate that Matt's Gaming is doing that, but that's the reason why I don't listen to him. And even shout out to D-Batch. I mean, if you all want to go listen to D-Batch, D-Batch has put a video out on this, I think today. So you all can go check that out as well. And again, I recommend it. That's what you do. And because I've resubbed to D-Batch, so because he's actually telling the truth. Like Porter Rock and J-Dub have been saying, hey, look, he's actually excited about the tech to the point where the Xbox community that follows him is mad at it. And then he got into a tit for tat with another Paris. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know if it was Paris or King, whatever his name is, King something, King George or King whatever. They had a back and forth, so it's crazy what's happening to the Xbox community. So, and remember, the goal is 1 super chat today. I want to see what happens if we get 1 super chat. I want to see that bullseye light up there. So, or it's supposed to. I don't know what's supposed to do. But anyway. So yeah. That this way, when you read these articles, you can just see yourself. Oh, and don't get me wrong. Shout out to Savage Uger. He went into Matt's gaming channel section in his in his comment section and went to war. It was King David, yeah. He went to war on that in that comment section years ago, and he was backing everything up with facts. He's like, here's the article, here's this. I mean, these guys can get the the white paper of the PS5 Pro if you want it, but again, it's about pushing the narrative. So it's and Chris, but it's not. It's not that it's not entertainment. These guys are acting as journalists, and that's why I'm glad that Sony is just not going to give them nothing to talk about. They doing the opposite of Bonnie Raitt. Let's give them something to talk about. So, well, Corey, no, that's unfortunate, but yeah, I'm honored to be one of the ones you're subbed to. Okay, I'm honored to be one of the ones that I assume you're subbed. Okay, so yeah, so you guys can read that article. That's why I linked it in the chat there. Just go to my chat description thing, and it should be there. So yeah, show don't tell. I'm a fan of that. Just so that, in my opinion, that's going to squeeze these content creators who are speculating all the time. But now they're happy that PlayStation's coming out with stuff. Now they can go ahead and make content, and then you watch them and stuff like that. Again, I don't see how you're going to see a lot of differences on a YouTube screen with the compression. So, and you go from there. Wasn't King David part of it? May be. I don't know. Is it Funkadelics? I'm not sure. Yeah, well, that's before my time. I'm not that old. So, but read this article and remember what you have in your PS5 coming this week if you bought it. And that's why I got a poll up there. Pause. I've got it up there. So are you ready for your PS5 Pro? Like, did you take the day off? How many of y'all put a 1 in the chat if you took the day off? Like, put a 1 in the chat if you took the day off. Hell, I did. I took the day off. So let me know if you took the day off, because I did. I took the whole week off because I didn't know when it was coming in. So Jenna Hayes took the week off. Well, Jenna, what's one of the first games you're gonna play? Corey Massey put a 2. So and then well, actually put a 1 if you took the day off. Put a 2 in the chat if you are just gonna go pick it up. Put a 2 in the chat if you're gonna pick it up. What's up, Mike? So because that's what I was literally thinking about doing, was going to Best Buy, pre-ordering it, and then go from there. I literally was thinking about that. So, Corey works from home. He just can't. He works from home. Cannot justify taking the day off. Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. Okay, Hero down at Jenna Hayes is picking hers up. Now, Jenna, are you like getting an escort to the store? Is somebody going to escort you in there and escort you out? Or are you going to go full Jenna Hayes and make sure that that you walk out with it? Like you're going to be strutting out with it. So you're getting yours delivered, Corey? Yeah, I'm getting delivery. Yeah. So you're taking number 1 and it's being delivered to your house. There you go. You have a no. You're not taking that in the store, are you? Now, are they letting you all pick up like as soon as the store opens, or are they making you all wait till 1 o'clock? Or is it just as soon as the store opens, you're going? You're going to be there when the store opens. So, and I'm sure you'll see people doing videos. I mean, you'll be seeing people vlogging, whether or not to do it. So, so club with Last of Us. Oh, there you go. Jenna says Best Buy opens at 10 a.m. All right, so you're going to be first. Hey, are you going to vlog? Or, or can you do that? Can you get that vlog going? So, if it's registered, then she certainly can go into a store. Well, it depends on what state. So, like, I'm in a concealed carry state. So, she couldn't just walk in there. She could walk in there with it, but it has to be concealed. She cannot have it open. So like, yeah. So, but yeah. So I mean, so a lot of you all are picking you alls up. Yeah. Now you talking. So you're right, Capone. I don't have time for the drama. So the people that are giving you the accurate information, I'm telling you who they are. The people who are speculating, that's who they are. Okay, and that the three guys that I know speculate is MBG, Marlin Gaming Nation, and TCMF. They literally talk about that. But if there's no information coming out, they're gonna have to make an adjustment. You know, because to me, I know. Because I like the inside baseball and some movies, I know who's doing the VX. I know who's doing the sound. I know who's doing multiple things on the set. I know who the key grip is and the best boy is. But that's not important to you when you go to the movie and sit down. You just want to make sure your popcorn is hot and buttered and your drinks are ice cold. I totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. So delivered to the house, baby. Yeah, so you're a number one. Yeah, that's what I think a lot of people are going to be that. I think a lot of people are doing that. You don't go nowhere without the peacemaker. All right, yeah, I got you. Hey, I'm a big advocate for the Second Amendment too. So, but I like that Jenna Hayes talking about she's going at 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, what if it's raining? Like, what if it's raining when you go pick it up? How you going to get it up out of the store? Because Best Buy don't give you bags anymore. Like, at least at my Best Buy, they stopped giving bags out because people were stealing. They were putting stuff in the bags and they were running out. So Corey Mack said he was at Best Buy today. Meta has some cool Ray-Ban glasses that take pictures, plays music, and lets you stream. Oh, I didn't know that. Damn. I want to do that. You have big bags from the market. Jenna gonna go in there like Dirty Harry and be like, go ahead, make my day. That's what she's gonna do. Telling you, man. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. Yeah. I mean, they big enough for the Pro isn't as big. It's not as big as the original. It's actually slimmed down. It's not our first one, she's a thick chick, but our Pro is going to be, she's a skinny girl. So $329. I may actually go look at that. A little rain won't hold Jen. It doesn't sound like it. She's walking in there, and she's gonna walk in there like Calamity Jane, talking about, I'm here to box your jaws. That's what she's gonna be doing. So yeah, like I said, I'll be looking out my window. Like, I'll be like that I'll be looking out the window like a little puppy waiting on mine. So hopefully this week Sony updates the delivery and so that I know exactly what day it's coming. So Chris Culver says he's keeping his thick chick PS5 for a while. Yeah, see, my thick one, as soon as I figure out how to transfer the files, because I failed at that miserably when I tried to do it from PS4 to PS5, I couldn't get that to work at all. So I'm going to try to do this one more time, and if not, I'll have to start all over again, which I don't mind doing that because I did it with the PS5. That's why I have two different accounts with my PS5. String Gamer said he's picking his Pro up from JB Hi-Fi this Thursday. Oh, now you're talking. Just do a backup and restore. Yeah, I need to figure that out, how to do that with Tech Pro. Yeah, I thought you went there and it just did it. I'm like, what's taking this so long? It's like taking it forever. Who's the courier for PS Direct? I think FedEx. I need a large USB drive formatted as. Oh, really? I don't have that. So, yeah, I never could do it. So I just started over again, which I don't want to do, but because I got so much. But I know how to do that. Like, I know how to log on, and I think carry over because I have an existing. It may say, do you already have an existing XYZ? And I'm gonna put yeah. So I gotta write all that down this week. So your internet, plug your PS5 into your PS5 Pro transfer. Yeah, but I'm on Wi-Fi. So then it says USB 3.0 4 terabyte. Okay. I may get that this week. I don't know though. I may not. I may say kick rocks. Yeah, and when they say when FedEx says it's coming at a certain date at a certain time, they're pretty on point. Unlike that UPS, to take notes, they come. Yeah, I know, Mary. Check it out. Mary's in the house now. Mary, are you picking up a console like Jenna? Jenna's walking in there like Cagney and Lacey, and she gonna walk in there and put in when you pick stuff up, you have to show her like an ID card because I've never done. Hold on, I take that back. I've done that one time, and all I did was show the screen. Like on my phone, I just pulled up the screen, and I just showed them the screen, and they were like, okay, is that what you all have to do if you pick up? So, and then how many, I'll put a 3 in the chat if you're just going to go and get it on Thursday, because my understanding is there's going to be surplus on Thursday at GameStop and Walmart at least. So, they scan the barcode in my email. Oh, okay, I see now. I see. Well, look how that's like magic. You know, if you go back to 1985 and we have these cell phones and it just scans our barcodes on there and then we just get stuff. So yeah, there you go. So so yeah, no, I didn't know that. Mary Wilcox is skipping out on the Pro. All right, yeah. Well, that's fine too. She's basically saying she ain't getting it. But if you want to know the accurate statement on the PS5 and stuff like that, you can read this article I pulled up for WCCF Tech. That's why I left it up there so you all could look at it, and I left a link to the description on it. So so make sure you all go read it. Got to do the reading. So Corey Masters, he just says everything. Yeah, see, I did that. I think I saved it to the cloud. So I saved it to the cloud, and then he's gonna hit restore on his thick girl PS5, and I will just download the games that I want to play when I want to play them. I got business cards. Oh, okay. Look at you. Look at you. So, oh yeah, the perks from working at home. I understand. Your PS5 Pro is being prepared for shipping. Yeah, mine says that too. So fingers crossed we get something tomorrow or Tuesday on it. So Cray need PS Plus for cloud. So yeah, I've got that. I've got premium. Yeah. Oh, look at Mustang Gamer with the $2. Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. I may have to run through the house. Don't make me run through the house. So, yeah, see, my top chat did not work. It's supposed to work. So, damn. Maybe am I setting it up wrong? Huh. But shout out for the $2 hollow. I do appreciate it. And so yeah, I have no idea why this doesn't work. So yeah, PlayStation just dropped a video about PS5 Pro. Really? Okay. Can you leave a link in the description? Hero Down Under about Drive Club, so you can test it on the Pro. Drive Club is only 30 FPS. So that was the big down. I can say it's the downfall, but that was the big complaint on that game. You see Xbox trying to call out the T-flop on PS5 Pro. Yeah, like I said before, it's RDNA 3 is a dual chamber. I think I left a link for that in the description as well. Let me see if I can pull that off. I mean, I'm in a pull out mood right now. Shout out to Ron Jeremy the Hedgehog. Let's see, RDNA 3 dual issue. Yeah, I think I pulled this earlier. Here is so I mean, this is, I mean, you can read this article. This isn't an article I pulled, but appreciate the blessing, by the way. I don't know why maybe I set it for $5. I don't know, but $2. Appreciate the $2. All right. Let me see if I can put this on the screen here. Let me go here. Let me screen share. And so this, in essence, tells you some of the differences between RDNA 3 and RDNA 2. So RDNA 3 has a total different kind of computation. And you all can read this article. This is from encoding.net, I believe. But it's called a dual issue or dual wield, and it's just different. So it's just a different way it's doing it. So again, it's more efficient. And it should be. This is RDNA 2 is more efficient than RDNA 1. All right. But I just think, yeah, the whole T-flop thing. Here, let me see if I can do. Let me pull that one up. That's the one I wanted to look at. So, and this has already been done by other, I'm sure, other content creators today. So here, shout out to the 60 people that are watching. Hit that like button and share. PS5 Pro specs. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what the most latest article is. Nope, that's from September. See, that's the whole thing. This is making me upset. I don't want to pull that up. Maybe it'd help if I spelled it right. All right, here we go. I had it in there going full dyslexia. So here we go. Let me see if we can all right, yeah, here we go. All right, so here's that. We'll go here. We'll go here. We will go here. Then here. Add the source. This should be the source. And yes, there we go. There we go. There we go. So this is your PS5 Pro. So it's customized. Oh, hold on. Let me blow this up. Let me drop that down. Okay. So customized single chip processor, CPU's x86 64, AMD Ryzen TM Zen 2 8-core 16 segment. That's just a fancy way of saying here's your architecture. This is the CPU architecture. It's based in Zen 2, and then it has it's 8-core 16. It's 8-core and 16, 8 by 16. Now, like the CPU I have is 6 by 12 or something like that. I can't remember. But okay, so the GPU, she was talking about 16.7 teraflops, AMD Radeon graphics mechanism, GDDR6, 16 gigabytes of DDR2, yeah, GDDR6, 16 gigabytes, DDR5, 2 gigabytes. I think that's to run the OS. Somebody can correct me on that. As a 2 terabyte SSD. Now you have your in and out. Oh, baby. So, oh, baby, I want to get with you and take your picture. So USB type A port. We know it has Wi-Fi 7. We know that. So high-speed USB, USB type C, Super C, USB 10 Gbps, M.2 SSD expansion connector. Okay. You all know to expand it. To expand it, you need the screwdriver. You're going to have to, unfortunately, use a screwdriver. I mean, I know there's a bunch of blue pill, soft as hell, simp ass men out there who broke down in a bitch fit. Then they had those little girls. They literally have videos of these little girls putting using a screwdriver, taking the thing out, grabbing the USB and putting it in there, or the M2, putting it in there and turning it on. Like, goddamn, this little girl can do this, but you can't. That's what we're saying. These are mama boys out here being raised. I don't know what you women are going to do. I have no idea what you women are going to do. These dudes are feminine. So, I mean, can't even use a screwdriver. I mean, that's the first tool you get as a little boy. Got my first screwdriver when I was 7. I got what's called a Phillips. That's all my dad said I needed. You did a Phillips. You just did that Phillips. You did a Phillips. And then the first thing I tried to unscrew was I needed a flat screw, and I was crying. Well, you told me the only thing I needed was a Phillips. Anyway, rest in peace to my dad. Good life lesson. So maximum rated power, 390 W. I think that's watts. Here's how big it is. Pause. There's the weight, 3.1 kg. Let's see how many it is in pounds. Alexa, what is 3.1 kilograms in pounds?
3.1 kilograms is about 6 pounds, 13 ounces.
Okay, so it's about the size of a baby, of an average baby, as far as weight. And it gets 5C to 35C. 35C Celsius. All right, hold on. Alexa, what is 35 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right. So she's getting a little warm back there in that caboose. 95 degrees. That's still not bad. So, and then it goes into more. It says the PS5. This is a recap here. The PS5 Pro offers 67% greater computing power than the base PS5 in terms of raw teraflops. That's because it's RDNA 3, okay? According to Sony, this translates into around 45% faster rendering on average. Again, it's not a next-gen leap. It is a half step. That's why the CEO, the co-CEO said it's not a generational leap. Duh, we knew that already, right? Says, however, as several developers recently pointed out, the console's true ace in the hole is probably the PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, or PSSR, or PISSR. The customized AI-powered upscaling developed by Sony. According to the developers of the first Descendant, it can stand up to the quality of any upscaler, even the NVIDIA DLSS. And remember, I told you all, more powerful than a 4090, and they tried to come in here and they tried to do terrible things to me. And all I did was tell you the truth. I simply told the truth. I already knew this. And then there's the price right there. And I don't know what this symbol is, but somebody had to pay $800. God bless America. So would it be in our hands in 4 more days? That is amazing right there. So, but that's your differences. That's it is what it is. And then they did a teardown of it, which we're not gonna get into the teardown. So yeah, this guy right here, Bruno Fast, he did that's who I was watching yesterday. I was posting those videos, and just make sure you go check that out. First things first, I couldn't understand one damn thing he said. But I've got the video of somebody taking the thing apart and installing the CD drive, because I needed that video, and it looks pretty straightforward. So it is what it is. That's the symbol for the euro. Oh God, they had to pay a lot more. So, but they're European. Okay, you didn't believe most of them just excuse to complain. Can you unpack that? Who are you talking about? So. Even cavemen work with simple tools. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Neanderthals can use a spear, which is a rudimentary tool, and you all can't use a screwdriver because they're bitch-made men. So, like I said, I don't know what these women gonna do out here. Like, I don't know what you do with effeminate men. You got women out here carrying the pow with them. Talking about she ain't. You had one woman in here saying that she ain't going nowhere without it. Like an American Express card. Can't leave home without it. Like, God bless America. So, what are we living here? We're living in a state of emergency. So, it's easy access slot for a CMOS battery. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. Yeah. So, yeah, you put together all your furniture. You think you handle one. Yeah, one screwdriver. Yeah, Phillips, right? You mostly need a Phillips. That's like 90% of the time. It's Phillips. But these guys don't know how to use one because they're feminine men. I mean, I've never seen. I mean, now that I'm seeing it, I can see what the women are talking about. So they're afraid to order food in public. Oh man, that's the one thing I will never be afraid of. Yeah, she got to keep the peacemaker on. Oh man, I tell you what, this is crazy out here. It's crazy. That's what I said. There ain't nothing out there after 9 o'clock that's open except 7-Eleven and legs. So you all just don't need to be out there. So yeah, you don't need to be out there. You're gonna get yourself hurt. You're gonna get yourself hurt out there. Y'all just either stay home. Stay home. Stay home and stay safe. Play on your PlayStation 5 Pros. Also, let's see here. Oh, now I see what you're talking about, Mango. You're talking about the screwdriver thing. Yeah, I don't. But look, if for the M.2 thing, you're gonna have to do some management of your resource there. So, but yeah, for me, the 2 terabyte hard drive, because I always run out of space. And as they said before, the games are getting bigger, and with the pause, the games are getting bigger now. So you need the space. We needed more space. It makes sense to me. That sounds like something Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry would say, Corey. God didn't make all men equal. Smith and Wesson did. Do you help your wife put together fireplaces and furniture in the past? Yeah, I'm telling you, that's all you need. You need a screwdriver, you need a wrench, and you need may need some pliers. And now, I mean, with computer stuff, you need the air spray. That's this thing here. You need that. Clean your stuff, and you need maybe a needle nose, something like that. Needle nose, but those are pliers. So you need a set of pliers, a set of wrenches, and a set of that's all you need. Like, that's a very basic, like, 8-piece, like you get an 8-piece chicken meal, you get an 8-piece tool set. That's all you need. You know, you need a flashlight. Look, I'm talking this man stuff that, again, it doesn't take a whole lot to keep a man happy. Eight tools, and a flashlight, and we're happy. I mean, how hard is that? You know, how hard is that? So, but all right. So back to your Pro. So we've been able to now see it running games, and are you surprised they were able to do this? Put a 1 in the chat if you were surprised that Sony was able to do this, and are you excited about getting one now? And are you gonna buy a new TV? Okay, that's it. Because if you're gonna buy a new TV, stay away from the LGB. And I'm telling you, the LGB, the B series, I have one. So I'm speaking on the Thor tie. I have a B2, and it lasted a year. It still works. It lasted 1 year or a year and a half. But now it's time for me to get a new one. And if you buy the B2, B3, B4, it goes literally in 100 days. It's obsoleted. It's obsolete. So you might as well spend the extra $250 and get the C4. Just get a C4, 48 inches, $1,099, and it may go on sale at Black Friday for $899. That thing comes down to $899. I'm pulling the trigger. I am pulling the trigger. So, and I'm getting it. OLED monitors gotten pretty cheap. Yeah, they've come down. I seen some at Best Buy. I was like, holy, like wow. Like, wow, I can't believe they were like 34 inches. I saw this one. It was like 49 inches. It was so good looking. But I didn't like that price. I mean, that price, they were wanting some, that was Arab money right there. So I couldn't do it. So Preston Field says it's OLED monitor on deck. I understand. Yeah, I'm still going to play on my TV. I do have a LED monitor, but I'm going to get a TV. I'm getting a 48-inch screen TV. So I've decided. So I know what size it's going to be. So better men need better parents to start. There you go. Yeah. I don't disagree. Corey says he's not sure if he's going to get a new TV. Depends on what they show at CES. Well, the main thing is that the TVs that are in the stores now will come down on Black Friday. That's why I didn't buy that C4 the other day, because it's $1,100. I'm like, well, I'll just wait till Black Friday. It will probably come down. So I'll just wait till then, and then I'll just have it delivered. So, but in order for it to be delivered, it has to be at least 55 inches. That's what I don't like. I'm hoping that they change that around Black Friday. They say, yeah, we can do 48 inches. So, because I hate buying something and then not leaving the store with it. I've done it before. I did it with my TV. But I'm just not used. I'm Gen X. My generation's not used to giving you something and not getting something out of in return, right? It's monetary. So, So Chris said he got a ton of tools. Yeah, I understand. Look, I've got my share. Because like Clint Eastwood said in that one movie, he's like, what? You just borrow tools. It's kind of one of those unwritten rules with as men. So I would go over to Chris Cobra's and I would say, Chris, can I borrow your wrench? Chris knows he ain't gonna see that wrench again. Chris is not gonna come knocking on my door, man, where's my wrench? He's not gonna do that. It's just the next time I go over there and I don't know, I've got a hex head or a flathead screwdriver, it's gonna probably get left there, and Chris will just put it to his collection. This is one of those. This is a man thing, you know. So, let's see here. Mary Wilcox says, "Oh, she's got dinner time for." Oh, now you're talking, Mary. What's for dinner? No, don't leave without telling us. Are you having a McRib? At least tell me tell us what you're nibbling on before you kick us to the curb. You got steak and eggs, some McChickens. You know what we got over there? Some spaghetti. You know, it's Sunday, supposed to be gourmet. And Corey Massey said he has a C4 OLED. I mean, the C's are going to be fine until this time next year. Because, because the G is out right now. That G, oh my God, it's such a good TV. Like, I can't walk in the store. I'm like, I don't even want to see that. Like, I'm going to get the C, though. I'm going to step up my game, as you kids would say. Ain't nobody getting your wrenches. Come on, Chris. You know it's a man thing. You know that. So, but yeah, I don't disagree with that. But yeah, they do have some nice OLED and 8K TVs are going to start coming down. So you can expect that. So you can these 4K because 8K is going to become the new norm in about 5 years. So you're looking for a bright mini LED for the living room. Check Sony. Sony's got a really good LED. It's a mini though. You want the mini? Yeah, they got a real nice 42-inch one. I mean, it is nice. And I think Samsung's got one out now. So check those two. Well, hell, you know what to check. Baby Boy 2001 movie. Yeah, trash. I mean, it was that was a good movie though. That was a good movie. So, but yeah. That was a good movie. Mini LED ain't mini, not a mini TV. Oh yeah, mini LED. My bad. I misspoke. I'm sorry. But it's 9 o'clock and I'm sleepy. So, I'm used to being in bed right now. Or just laying down. Here I'm up talking to you good folk. So, but yeah, so your PS4, so where's the 30 plus TFLOPS coming from? Is because it is 16.7, but then you multiply it by 2 because you have dual chambers, dual issue, whatever you want to call it, and then you that's how you get to where you get. So give or take. I mean, it's a little more complicated than that, but that's just the overall base of it. So overall. So in 3 minutes, you think you'll see people saying, "Why did I buy a Pro?" Okay, well, you might. You might. I don't know. We'll have to wait for 90 days, right? We'll have to wait and see. So yeah. So now you can go ahead and get your questions ready. Go ahead and start throwing the questions in here, and we're gonna go ahead and answer them. And about another 15, 20 minutes. Jenna Hayes does not drink coffee, or else she'll be. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. I ain't doing that. Yeah. I've got my core water in there that I've been sipping on. So yeah, I'm not a big coffee drinker. Like I never have been. I love the smell of coffee, and I do like that thing at Starbucks called a caramel something crunch thing, but it's got too much sugar. So I'm like, well, I can't have this anymore. So I can drink cappuccino, and that don't taste great. To me, it looks like it should be heavier, but it ain't. So it's not. Wave Race 64 or Wave Race Blue Storm. Wave Race 1996. 90. If I remember, if it's the same game I'm thinking of. So. Yeah, Corey Massey says his dad took him hunting. His dad made sure he knew the things that men need to know. Yeah, exactly. There's those hunting trips, fishing trips. Yeah. That was one reason why I think a lot of men gravitated to God of War 2018, because it was about a father teaching his son a whole lot of life lessons in that game. So yeah. Anybody get thrown off by clocks going back last night? Yeah, I didn't think they were going back till tonight, and so I woke up this morning and I'm like, I'm still tired. But it was saying it was 4:45, and I'm used to getting up. I'm used to be getting up at 5:15. I'm like, man, why I can't get back to sleep? And my body was just telling me to go. So I'm like, oh, it's daylight savings time. So Chris Cobra likes energy drinks. Yeah, I've never really had any of those. Aaron says he doesn't drink tea, no sugar or anything. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. Then you wouldn't. Then Starbucks, you could just go in there and well, yeah, they have tea. They have chai tea there at Starbucks. Halo Combat Evolved 1 or Halo 2, Halo 1. Yeah, the first Halo is one of the best games you'll play. Halo Reach is the second best Halo game I've ever played. So Halo 1, yeah, Halo Combat Evolved. So and remember they it was just going to be called Combat Evolved. That was the name of that game. So that was the name of the game, but then they went with Halo because Microsoft was like, we don't want a game that's called Combat, you know. So Extreme Gamer says that he's going to get the G4, just wants the price to drop, but he'll probably not wait. Well, yeah, we'll know in a couple weeks if the price drops here in the United States. So and no one uses quick resume. Yeah, I mean I do sometimes on PlayStation, but I don't see what the big deal is. But yeah, I was thrown off big time because of daylight savings time. And you know, if the Europeans would have just used the calendar that the Native Americans had, we wouldn't have to do daylight savings time. Their calendar was perfect. So I think they based it in 33. They had 33 days. So I never played Super Smash Brothers. I never have played it. I've heard. I know people swear by it though. People swear by that game. So yeah. But guys, come on, home stretch here. 10 more minutes. What are my thoughts on GTA 4? When it first came out, brilliant game. Brilliant. I liked the game. I didn't love it. I didn't like the soundtrack. That was part of it. They maybe had 2 or 3 songs on there that I enjoyed. Whereas we were coming off of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which had arguably the best soundtrack in the history of video games. So, but as far as the story, I enjoyed the story. I thought it was good. It was enjoyable. So, you think they changed the time for the farmers long ago? Yeah, but they didn't have. If they went with the Native American calendar, they wouldn't have to change the time. So it's a pain. So Mario Kart 64 or Kart Double Dash. I think I played a little of Mario Kart on the Wii with my niece. That was umpteen years ago. First game I'm playing Thursday. Horizon. The Horizon game. So what SSD am I putting in my Pro? Whatever the one it comes with is fine with me. Yeah, I'm not gonna add anything to it except the CD. One thing I'm gonna add to it, and that'll be the first thing I do. When I pull the cords out, the first thing I'm going to do is pop this thing on, and then I'm gonna plug in my. Then I'm gonna get everything turned on. I'm gonna plug in my my controller, my Astrobot controller, which is back here. Oh. My Astrobot controller. So I'm gonna plug this in. This is the controller I'm gonna use. So for my Pro. So you have both the 990. Yeah. So I'm not gonna add anything to it. So just getting your wife's stuff prepared for her night at work. Oh. I'm working nights. That brought back memories. I worked nights for 3 weeks and I couldn't do it. I was just sleepy. So, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, or Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4. Like, Uncharted 4 was the pinnacle of gameplay in 2016. That was like the pinnacle of gameplay. So the old people on his job drink coffee black, no creamer. Pause. Well, coffee is supposed to be black. I don't know. The people who are putting creamer in it. Yeah, that's I've never. Hold on, but I have to drink coffee half and half. Like, if I go to get coffee, I'll say put 3. Can you fill it with 3/4 cup of coffee, and then I gotta put cream in the other 25%. That's for me though. Gears of War 3. Wow, that's really tough. Gears 3 barely, like barely Gears 3. So just barely though, like not by a whole lot. So you can't go back to regular after the DualSense or DualSense Edge controllers. Yeah, I've heard nothing but great things about it. I mean, yeah, there's nothing, I've heard nothing but great things. And I want to get one. I can't make myself pay $200 for a controller. I've got the Astrobot controller. I got the Spider-Man controller. I've got the black controller, and I've got the two white controllers that came with the system. So just too much. Gears of War, Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So you get no argument on me. I like Gears. So what is this? Oh, okay. It was up there. So you make fun of your wife getting coffee at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, well, I mean, they gotta have that to get through those nights. So what is she? Is she in healthcare? Is she working like 12-hour shifts? That's a different syncopation. I mean, the people that work her 12-hour shifts, that's just a different breed of people. At night, whew, those are tough in the daytime. Fable 2025. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fable. So I've played all the Fables. I thought the Fable 2 was the best Fable, but the actual physical game of Fable 3, that was fun. Because you take over the government, then you have to govern. It's actually pretty fun. Tom Hanks' Toy Story. Come on, Toy Story set the mode for animation to this day. That's the standard now. So, oh, you got $100. All right, so you paid $99. Now, see, $99 I could do. So what needs to happen is I need to have a dono war, right? And that's what y'all call it. I need to have a dono war, get $100, and then I'll just go buy it, right? So nah, I'm good. But yeah, I heard nothing but great things about the Xbox Elite controller and the DualSense controller. I've heard nothing but great things about those controllers. So wish the Edge came with different colors. Yeah, well it does. At the 30th anniversary, that's a DualSense Edge, right? So yeah. Naughty Dog, Crash Bandicoot, or Insomniac game. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. So Crash. And if you play The Last of Us Part 2, the name of that porn movie that Ellie and whatchamacallit watched was called Smash Brandy's Cooch. I don't know if you all caught that or not. Like, I busted out laughing when I heard them say that. Like, oh, look, here's a movie, Smash Brandy's Cooch. But they say it really fast. You got to really be listening. So, Wolverine game director changed Perfect Dark. Yep, happens all the time. Different people go to different projects all the time. It's not a big deal. So I have no idea what the Wolverine game is even going to be like. So is he going to be the only X-Men in it? Are there going to be other X-Men? I mean, I think it'd be cool if it is, but we'll have to wait and see what kind of game it's going to be. So, oh, she's security at the big car auction. She wants to go. Oh, going to the, okay. All right. That's cool. Well, man, security guards are tough. I know that. So, man. But yeah, so she got the newest phone. What she get? New phone from Best Buy. There you go. You hope it's great. What, the Wolverine game? Yeah, I do too. I certainly hope I hope it's fantastic. So a lot of people are looking forward to it. And so it is what it is. We can talk about the hack and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, look, you saw a storyboard. Why are you? They got big time hard-ons for that. Wicked movie 2024. I have not watched it yet. So, but guys, it is 9:30. I'm taking tomorrow off. If you want to watch my election coverage show, that'll be Tuesday, starting at 6:05. But tomorrow is a rest day. I'm still gonna go see Mufasa, the Lion King. If she wants to go see it, I will, because she took me to go see that. What was it called? The Wild Robot. That was actually pretty good. Called the Wild Robots or something like that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know what it was supposed to be about. It was fine. Yeah, and I'll watch the Lion King if she wants to go see it, but I'm not gonna say, hey, look, we gotta go see this. So, but yeah, because I haven't been back to the movie since Deadpool and Wolverine. I still haven't gone to see the Venom movie. I'll do that this week because I'm off, probably Friday. So, all right, guys, that is it. I will talk to you all Tuesday night. If you want to come over, swing by and leave a like. And I'll just be covering the election, getting results again. 6:05 Eastern time to 7:45. Taking a 15-minute break. Coming back, going to go 8 o'clock to 10 to 10, and then I'm going to bed. So the Sonic movie. I didn't know it was a Sonic movie. Cool. All right, then you all have a blessed day tomorrow. I'm going to go to sleep. Deuces.